Hello and welcome
to On the Pole Off the Record, our new podcast.
I know we were supposed to post a video last week, but it was
we
horrible.
we had a couple delays. We had a couple technical problems, and then we both kind of got sick, and we have car issues. So everything's just been so up in the air. But we're finally here.
Yeah, whoever put a curse on our fucking pod,
dude, we're coming for you.
We're gonna find you. We got this candle burning for good energy.
It's got banishing herbs in it to ward away the negative energy. Yeah, bring in all good vibes.
All you witches out
good
there.
Good intentions. New Orleans witches.
Yeah. Anyways, so for those of you who don't know, we figured we'd introduce ourselves, talk a little bit about what the podcast is, and then we'll get into how our week went and
give you guys a breakdown.
Bop news, yeah.
Bop news. That kills me every time. Bop news.
I know, the word bop.
Bop it.
Has become so popular for all the wrong reasons.
I feel like it's just because of that one song, too, where they're like, boppity bop, bop, bop. I feel like that's what originated it all.
Now there's a bop house.
Now there's a bop house, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
My name's Crypto Bunny.
I'm Lana Diaz.
And welcome to our pod.
Do you want to start with how old we are and where we grew up and kind of what got us into dancing?
Yeah.
Okay, bye. So I'm 24 and I started dancing when I was 21 because I was working at this factory and living paycheck to paycheck. I had been doing OnlyFans for a while and it was paying for vacations, but the money wasn't crazy because I didn't really take sex work crazy because I didn't know there was money in it for real. And then for my 21st birthday, I went to Vegas with my best friend at the time, and I just remember seeing the strippers make hella money on stage. And at the time, it was just a joke, but I looked at her and I was like, bitch, we're gonna do that. We're prettier than those girls. So we went to St. Louis Hustler and auditioned, and she actually ditched me that night. It was at a Honey Search, and we were supposed to audition together, but she was like, fuck no, I can't do it. And all I did was get up there and crawl around. I won $500 and got to keep all my ones.
Did you win?
I
didn't know you won.
Yeah, but it was me, another girl, and then Ella. And Ella dropped out, so it was just me versus the other girl. And I was prettier than her, and that's all it was about. So
yeah, you probably had more confidence.
Yeah, dude. Wes, this big ass manager was like, "Do you want a contract?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
You're like, "Yeah, I do."
Showed up the next week and never looked back since.
Hell yeah, dude. Why did Ella drop out?
Because Kitty was the one running it at the time.
Oh, okay. Hospitality, yeah.
And she was like, "Are you gonna get up there or not?" Or something. And Ella, she scared Ella. She just was rude to her. Yeah.
I would have thought Ella would have been like, "Bitch, you're not talking to me like that."
At the time, it was just both of us were so terrified.
Yeah.
We didn't think we'd even be able to get hired at a strip club because we're not exotic.
Yeah.
You don't gotta be.
You really don't have to be. And I love that that's a main term for exotic dancing is because, I mean, dancing in itself, it is a very exotic form, but I personally get called exotic all the time, and I feel like it's just because I'm fair-skinned and I have tattoos, but exotic isn't really something that you would call someone like me, and I just think that's really funny when someone refers to me in that manner.
I feel like it's exotic to a regular person who works 9 to 5. You would
That's
look
fair.
exotic.
Yeah.
Or because every girl at the club probably checks themselves into you check yourself into crypto, and I have to check myself into Lana.
Yeah.
Once we get there, we become
who we are.
Exotic.
Yeah. No, I feel that. And I also feel the part about not knowing what money was into it, because I was going on 19. I was still 18 when I started dancing, and I was just working 2 jobs. I was scrolling through Facebook one day and I saw this ad and it was like, do you have what it takes to be a hustler, honey? And I was like, hell, I don't know. So I messaged the only person that I knew was in the stripping industry, which was Megan. And I was like, hey, like, how do I get into this? What's it about? And she's like, just come in and audition. So I did. I ordered a pair of pleasers. I went in, auditioned, and I never looked back. And I didn't even want to do it at that time for the money. It was more of like a, I'll do anything to kind of get ahead at this point.
Oh, yeah.
And I just looked cool. I wanted to try it. And then my first day there, granted, this was a lot for me at the time. I made like probably $350, and I was like, "Holy shit, dude!
A paycheck at
This
Subway,
is
boy.
yeah." I was like, "This is the jackpot. I'm never gonna quit this." And yeah, I'm gonna go on my 4-year anniversary in March because I did it right before
I'm
my
coming up on my
birthday.
3-year.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it just seems like yesterday because
I
I
know,
saw you like
bro.
your not your audition, but the like couple days afterwards when you were working there. Because I was sitting with Big Man, and he was like, "She's cool," and I'm like, "Yeah, I guess." Because you were wearing
Who
one
would
of
have thought?
the Lakers outfit, I think.
Dude, I had so many cringy outfits. When you're a baby dancer, you wear
think
a lot of
anything
weird
looks
shit.
good, yeah.
Like, a lot of the pictures are gone, but I used to wear so many costumes, and when I see the pictures of them now, I'm like, oh my fucking god.
That was like your thing.
Yeah, the sailor one was the worst. Or
You
the
hate-
anime ones.
I didn't even know you had anime.
There was like an
ones.
anime sailor, like wannabe Sailor Moon
Mhm.
outfit, and that one's super embarrassing to think about, honestly.
I like the fuck. What was it? I guess it was the sailor one, where you had like. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else, but yeah, I always remember you wearing the little like themed outfits. I always
Dude,
thought they
or
were kind of
matching
cute.
outfits.
I remember the first time I asked you to go on stage, and you're like, "Should we wear matching bikinis?" So we wore the matching black and red with the skulls on it, and then you put yourself on a collar. You're like, "Here's the leash," and then we went up on stage.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
No, I mean,
Really?
kind of. You're reminding me now.
And old school's like, "Aw, she brought a friend," like all like snide, like he does sometimes.
Now look at him. He fucking loves me. He didn't at first. Old school's the DJ.
Yeah, old school. You have to earn his trust. You have to earn his respect. You have to earn his love.
He might be on this podcast one day.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have Big School on here. We want to have like everybody's perspective from the strip club, at least ours specifically, like hospitality workers, like a customer that we. Hey, Gumby.
We almost had to go to intermission.
Sorry, my big ass dog is like gonna fight this little one.
Come here.
Aw. You got something to say? What do you have to say about the situation?
He probably wasn't doing anything.
No. She sounds vicious as hell.
She's so mean.
What the fuck was I just talking about?
We were talking about having old school on here and getting perspectives from the club.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse her.
Like hospitality, a customer that we trust, a bartender, management, just every perspective. We also want to have other dancers on here to like kind of say their experience, because nobody has the same experience being a sex worker, being a stripper, being any part in the sex work industry. Everybody's experience is very different, so we'd like to have everybody's different perspective.
And if you want to be on, shoot us a DM, and maybe we can talk about it.
Yeah, maybe we'll let you come sit on the pod.
The pod will have different locations too. This probably won't be the only location.
This is our spawn point, okay? We're figuring stuff out.
Yeah.
I like how our microphones are like $5 ones off Amazon, and our lighting is just
2 lamps.
2 lamps, yeah. But you got to start somewhere, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Y'all, if y'all keep listening, we'll get better equipment.
Mhm. We'll look like professionals one day. We'll have a studio and everything.
Yeah. So now you know about us. I guess we should talk about the week. Oh my god, bro.
I had a crazy week personally. I punched a motherfucker. Well, I didn't punch him. I just like I got off stage and this guy came up to me. Granted, he was very drunk, but that doesn't give him any. That's not an excuse. He came up to me and he like earned my trust at first, and he was like, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful," and I was like, "Oh, thank you," and then he just like pushed me up against the wall and took my whole entire titty into his mouth and then bit me. And my instinct, I just took my hand, I like grabbed him right here by the depths of his eye sockets and just slammed him against the fucking door frame. And then grabbed him by the shirt collar, looked at Adams. I was like, he needs to go, he needs to go. But obviously, I'm screaming at the top of my lungs because I'm pissed. So they kicked him out, but still, it's like that's a very traumatic experience to go through. And then I just kept having like flashbacks through the week of guys like going to grab for my titties. I'm like, if you put your mouth on me or grab me in a certain way, I'm liable to slip you a fast one. But yeah, that was not fun.
I feel like I didn't do shit all week for real. Because I've been sick, just bedriding.
Yeah.
Freaking. I thought about making sick content, like,
On OnlyFans?
yeah, doing some weird stuff while I'm sick, but
Like-
then I was like, not in the
Like
mood to
what?
do it.
What
like,
would you do?
Like, hock a real loogie. Like a on my dildo.
And then,
eat,
like, put it
suck it
inside
off
of you?
or something, yeah. Like, I'm already sick. What's the worst?
Just like I queefed and blew my nose on this napkin. Who
Yeah.
wants to buy it for $50?
Yeah, oh God, I'm selling used napkins, tissue, if you want some.
If you want my germs.
So,
I feel like someone would buy that though. No, I don't feel like someone would buy that. I know
there's
someone.
a market for everything.
There is, yeah, no. That's one thing about getting into sex work that never surprises me is there is a market for anything you could possibly dream of.
No, for real. Like, I had a guy ask me to wipe my butt with my underwear and then mail it to him.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Did not do that. I did not.
You should have.
I don't know. That was like when I was new into OnlyFans. Like,
Yeah.
I was 19 and I was like reading these messages. Like, what the? Like, I did not know there were freaks out there like that. I was in shock.
Oh no! Like I remember when I was like 16 and I found out about what's that one video? Oh, the 2 girls, 1 cup, and that blew my mind. I was like, that's a thing. People watch that, and now that I'm in sex work and I've seen like a porn star and a stripper shove a double-ended dildo up their ass simultaneously while on stage, I'm not shocked by anything.
I like to think those girls had a gun to their head when they did that.
Well, it's fucked up because one of them's getting paid and the other one is not.
One of them wasn't.
I mean, if you get the dancer up there, which is not getting paid to go up there, because of the strap shows, and then the porn star who's getting paid,
I thought you were talking about 2 girls, 1 cup.
Oh, no.
I was like, well, why does one get paid and the other doesn't?
No, I'm talking about the stuff at work.
No, that is fun.
Both of those girls would get paid for that. You think they made a lot of money off that video? They had to have, right? Or was it just bootlegged?
I don't know. I feel like, yeah, like, if you did that, someone offered you something.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like a snuff film, for real. Like,
yeah,
that
it does.
shit shouldn't be legal.
Well, it feels like a snuff film for me because I watched it on Run the Gauntlet. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so fucked up. I remember my, like, older boyfriend, he was, like, 3 or 4 years older than me. He's like, you ever seen Run the Gauntlet? I'm like, no, what the fuck is that? And then he shows me. And I'm like, and 2 girls, 1 cup was like the ending of it, which was really, in retrospect, everything else was not that bad.
Right, no, 100%.
The ending's supposed to be the worst video, but it was still not for young minds.
No, that swiped the nation and traumatized so many kids that year.
Should we do a deep dive into who those girls were?
Oh, God.
I feel like we should look into their backstory.
For an episode, that would be very interesting.
And tune in next week to...
Like, what are they doing now?
Get the person... Yeah. Where are they now? 2 girls, 1 cup.
Shit. Dead, probably. There's no way you don't get sick from eating that.
Yeah.
Like...
I feel like if you ate your own,
Apparently...
fecal,
you can get it shoved back up you if you're sick, and it will clean you out and make you healthy again.
So what exactly is your source for that?
South Park. South Park be making fun of all them trends. Like, they had an Ozempic one. I just believe that. I don't know what I believe. I just know that.
Well, South Park's like your Bible.
It's a thing. They said Tom Brady's poop was like the cleanest in the world or something.
You're like a Facebook mom, but for South Park.
Yeah, for real. Family Guy is where I get my other news.
Simpsons is where the predictions happen.
Yeah.
He wants to put his input in. Nope.
Dude, that's what I've been sounding like when I breathe lately. 2 months I've been sick.
Would you have pneumonia? No, I thought you had pneumonia. You had
walking pneumonia, maybe. They said I had bronchitis. But the antibiotics have not worked, so I feel like they lied. But yeah.
Well, I feel like for bronchitis, you got to be on that for a long, long time.
Yeah. I stole some of my mom's antibiotics trying to get better. I was like, they didn't give me enough. Took some of hers. So now we're all not fully healed. We're just halfway. It's rough out here.
I feel like it always just retains in your body for a while until it comes back.
No, for real. Dude, it's been rough, you guys. In other news, we said the word bop's getting big earlier, and it's almost getting annoying to hear.
It is, yeah. It's ran through at this point.
There is a bop house with, you guys know everyone in it. You've probably heard of all the names. Camila.
It's the top bops.
Yeah, I can't even say half their names because I don't know how to pronounce them. I don't.
All I know is Sophie Rain, Camila, Aisha. Anytime anyone says Aisha, I just think of Aisha Erotica.
I don't even know who that is. She's a P-star?
No, it's emo boy, the girl that sings like the Juicy Couture song. It's a TikTok sound. Like, she's very big on TikTok.
She's weird looking, huh?
I don't know, actually. Like, it's a big rumor. You don't see her face. Like, she doesn't show her face ever. You just know her music.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, Aisha. And these other girls, they look familiar. They all kind of look the same, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's one thing we were saying about the Bob House. None of y'all have tattoos. Y'all all look like children. Like, it's just a little... Mix it up. Get some fun-looking bitches in there.
Yeah, it's all very, culturally the same, we noticed.
Like, y'all look like college freshmen.
Yeah.
Like, we need some tatted alt girls in there.
Get Morg Kitty. Shout out Morg Kitty. Get Morg Kitty in there. She would actually hate being there, but we need someone who looks like her in there.
Morg Kitty to the Bop House.
Yes.
We should start a Midwest Bop House.
Yeah, we should.
I feel like we're in our own category because every time we go down to the South, obviously we're different from those girls.
Yeah.
But like, West Coast girls seem very, very odd. Like, the drama that's going on with all the like highest paid OnlyFans models right now seems very fake and very like,
it's all a publicity stunt. Like, because didn't Sophie Rain and Aisha, they had beef because of NLE.
Yeah.
And they're cousins, and they're now in the Bop House together. And then for the longest time, I thought Brecky was in there, but Brecky and Camila actually have beef. Oh, apparently. So
Brecky got beef with everybody though.
Yeah.
Everybody hates Brecky.
Yeah, it's kind of warranted though. Very warranted.
Yeah, she picks her fights.
Yeah. But no, I couldn't tell you everybody who's in the Bop House, but it's definitely Sophie Rain and Camila are the top ones.
So what do you think of the Ari Camila drama?
Well, it's clearly fake.
100%.
Dude, I'd swear she's using like a crying filter on that video.
How do you think that conversation went down? Do you think Camila was just like, hey, We're
Hey,
not getting views. We need to start some drama.
we need to start some rage bait
like,
to
what the
get people
fuck?
engaged. And I feel like with the Bop House starting, they try to create more of like traction on their page to go and like check shit out. And it's funny because it's not even believed anymore. Like you look in the comments and it's
No.
like rage bait. I don't believe this. This is clearly fake. You should not act. You should stick to being a bop. And I just think I love Ari, and I think that's so above her. Like
100%.
I'm
She's
like,
never been in any drama with any of these girls.
no,
So
as
it's
far as
like,
I
why
know, at
start
least.
now?
And
And she's older than all of them.
yeah,
She's 22.
right.
It's like,
It's only like 2 years difference, but still, I don't know. Ari just has like, not saying the other girls aren't self-made, but I think Ari is super self-made because she started out by not doing sex work, I believe, and she just started making those cute like TikTok videos with like her
Yeah.
hair in the braids. And now she's been brainwashed. She's been bop brainwashed.
Hollywood changes people.
Yeah. Hollywood. I think they have a Hollywood term for like the people in the porn industry, but I don't remember what it's called.
Bollywood.
Yeah, Silicon Valley.
It's really funny because a couple weeks ago I told Crypto, I was like, maybe we should start fake beef to like be big.
Yeah, like in the dressing room,
But
like at work.
like watching it, we couldn't honestly do it. Like, one, we'd have to come with something super outlandish.
Yeah.
Two, I don't think people would believe us because if we're actually not mad about something, and I'm filming you, like talk about me horribly,
Yeah.
that's just so weird.
Well, I see people all the time, like they film the videos, they'll be like, I just caught my boyfriend cheating, and then they'll like steal the boyfriend's phone, go in the bathroom and call the girl, and then the girl will be like, I had no idea he had a girlfriend, like, and it's obviously so set up because those girls are clearly like best friends.
No, 100%. Sorry, y'all. A crew of bitches just walked in the house, like 4 deep. I was just like, 1, 2, where does it end?
I was like, oh my god, her mom looks
Like
so
a-
different. And then I was like, oh, that's not her mom.
No, my mom. I don't know where that woman is,
She's very elusive.
but she's not here in the head.
Come and
mentally.
goes. Gumby. He's very excited. He's been all over today.
What else should we talk about? The next couple episodes are gonna be trial and error, y'all. You're gonna have to bear with us.
Yeah.
We're gonna have stuff to talk about. It's just not gonna be like planned out because we raw dog things.
We tried doing it without a script, and then we're like, we should probably get a script. And then we couldn't memorize the script, and it also felt very forced, and we couldn't really let our personality shine through with it. So we're like, fuck the script. We're just gonna riff off naturally, see how it goes. And I feel like it's going pretty good so far.
100%.
But we always think that till we get to the editing.
We're
like,
no, I'm not even tripping. I think we needed to get some out, and I already think this is better than our last one.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have to stop because we were just like, even if we fucked up, it's like, oh well.
Yeah.
I feel like the people listening prefer like real, because there's so much fake content out there right now.
It's rage
like,
bait, it's clickbait, it's...
Yeah, we're just gonna be genuine and like, I am gonna try to get on Kill Tony again soon, you guys.
New Year's.
I've got good jokes written. I've almost perfected them to where I think they're like where they need to fucking be. And I'm super excited about that. So yeah. And then when I get back, maybe I'll have some stories to talk about.
Talk about Austin.
Yeah, Tiny Tim.
Tiny Tim, yeah. We're gonna have pet names for everybody. Unless it's okay for us to use their, like, governmental.
For legal reasons.
Right.
And frankly, like, I'm gonna shit on some of these dudes. So, like, if I use their real names, y'all, some of you guys would probably find them and make fun of them. And
Yeah.
I don't want that. I don't like them, but I don't want it.
Yeah, you don't want the heat.
They don't deserve that.
I mean, some of them do.
Yeah, we just went out to dinner with our fructose.
Sugar buddy.
Yeah, Fructose Father.
Fructose Father, yeah, that's what he calls himself.
He just buys us dinner. He doesn't really buy us anything special.
No, he fixes our cars. He takes us out to dinner. He's a very nice man. We're gonna put an ad out for him for Fructose
Yes,
Father.
We're trying to find him a nice lady because he keeps getting played by these
304s.
Yeah, and we're trying to get him better than that. You know?
He deserves better.
So if you're like in your 30s,
if you're in your late 20s,
not taking
within your 30s,
not taking kids. He already has enough kids, so you know if you're trying to be a stepmom, maybe.
Yeah, but the kids are old. Life. They're like grown and stuff. But
yeah, you won't have to work.
He's a retired military, so very good money.
Kind of whiny, but you know.
He's an Aquarius, so you're just gonna have to put up with that. Aquarius men are. I can't really speak on that.
It's a sleeve.
Yeah. Yep, he does have a sleeve. Very sick tattoos. Beard, if you're into that.
Look at us, dude. We're doing the Lord's work.
We are out here.
He's gonna see this and text me.
Yeah.
You call me whiny. Like, you are whiny. You're whiny right now about this damn fucking podcast.
Hell no. Dude, when he just sits across from us at the table and he's like, we're like schooling him and he's like, I know, I need to be better. I know. And I'm like, be better.
Dude, like it almost gets like aggravating to a point.
Yeah,
because it's like
we're just broken records at this point. Yeah, he's never gonna listen to us.
I'm all about using men and whatnot,
but it comes to a certain limit.
Yeah, like I don't know. I have guilt. Like if a man was like, this is my last $500 to take care of my kids, I'd take some of it. But I don't think I could take all of it.
No, I don't think that I could.
And that's why I'm not the best hustler, because I have a heart still, kind of.
I do too, but there's like a certain degree. It's like,
unless you're a shitty person, like then I don't give a fuck.
But also, like, if you are like, this is my last $500, and either it's to take care of my kids or I'm gonna give it to you because I think you're hot, then give it to me.
100%.
Yeah, no. If you're gonna say that, then I'll just take it.
No one ever said that to me. I just think, like, with him, he doesn't say it's his last anything. It's just
because it never really is
kind
his
of pitiful to take his money because the way he be talking about it. Like,
but that's the thing about these 304s that he fucks with. They don't care,
and they're not even 304s because they get like a month without the P and still giving all that money.
Yeah,
it's I don't even know what you call that. We need to make a name for that.
Yeah. I told him, I was like, you have to get the P up front, and then you give the payment.
Oh, God.
No advances.
I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be an old lady paying young men to come service me one day.
Yeah, same.
Like, I don't like old men, and I know when I'm old, I'm still not going to like them.
I don't know. There's some handsome-ass old men out there, but only, like, I've never seen them in real life, except for one time there was this really handsome like old cowboy. He cooked me a pork chop at like this flea market. That was pretty sick.
A pork chop at a flea market?
Yeah, that's crazy. Dude, he had like the cowboy hat on, and he looked like a cowboy like from Tombstone, and he had like the little apron tied up, and he was like dark, like he looked like he'd been cooking out in the sun for like years. And he was like, howdy ma'am, would you like this pork chop? And I'm like, fuck yeah, I would.
Crypto's type's kind of odd because she likes Puerto Rican cowboys, and
I do.
I've never even seen a Puerto Rican cowboy.
I haven't either, but I have specifically the type in my mind that I've seen somewhere in my life, but no one has ever came through and portrayed that image in real life for me. I either like there's Puerto Rican cowboys, and then there's like long hair, like Peter Steele, like look-alike rock stars that I'm totally in love with, and then there's like the like emo boys who wear like their hair to the side with like the bandanas and the like long black baggy outfits. It's like there's a spectrum and it's like either on one side and never like in between.
So my like number one type is it's obvious. It's like brown hair, white, tall, Bass Pro hats, button ups, jeans, and
Very
boots.
very manly job.
Yeah, like own a construction company, own some type of business like that.
Yeah.
And then 12-year-olds, I guess, because
Not actually.
not actually.
They're not actually 12-year-olds.
He has Benjamin Buttons or
syndrome,
something like
yeah.
that. I don't know what the fuck.
We're talking about Tiny Tim, by the way.
Yeah, frankly, if he keeps liking his ex's pic, we can use his real name. I don't give a fuck.
We'll be name dropping.
Like, I didn't sign no NDAs.
Come here for the hottest tea, the hottest name drops of the season.
Yeah. If this podcast does good, we'll do a name drop.
Yeah.
You guys will all know who I went to Puerto Rico with, and I'll give all the deeds. That is a hot take. I'll post some pictures. It'll be crazy.
Even though he's like, don't post that. Don't show anybody those pictures.
Oh no, that was just. He just didn't want me to show him one that we were on Molly all night, and then is the next morning. I was like, hey, smile. And he's like, please don't post that, because the whole internet thinks he does drugs already.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which, here's my thing: if you're 21 through 24, you can experiment with fucking drugs, okay? As long as you're not being out of hand, it doesn't matter.
I feel like that's an experience for everybody. I mean, at least for me, I was in like my teens into my 20s doing like not hard drugs, but I was doing a lot of drugs.
Yeah,
like party drugs, like
happens.
Experimental, like psychedelics.
And these motherfuckers are on the internet talking about he's been doing drugs. I'm like, bro, what were you doing at 21? Live a little, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, that shit makes me, if I was famous and people are like, oh, she's been doing drugs, I'd be like, you're damn fucking right.
Like Lindsay Lohan, everybody shat on her. Like, yeah, she got a little bit out of hand, but like, if I was famous and I was getting to fuck my celebrity crushes, live that lavish lifestyle, make a whole bunch of fucking money, and had pretty much no repercussion or reaping no consequences, then yeah, I would ball out too.
Everyone deserves to crash out. Especially, I feel like people who are famous, like, you get some of the most hurtful shit said about you on the internet.
Yeah.
So, like, why not do a little drugs once in a while?
Have a good time.
People hate on you for no reason just because you're successful.
Mm-hmm.
If this podcast blows up, I already know y'all are going to be talking shit. And I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I can't wait for the comments.
Crypto's going to be ignoring y'all. I'm going to be in the comments like, I got nothing but time.
That's funny. I think that's the big difference between you and I with hate comments, because I'm a big, like...
I'm going to go to your page, I'm going to look at your family, and I'm going to talk shit.
Yeah, no, I'm an ignorer. I'm like, if you say something hateful, I'll be like, fuck you in my mind, and then I'll ignore the fuck out of you.
I think it's more like, okay, like with people I love, I don't want to argue with people I love, because like if we're arguing, it's more hurt and respect. But if it's some random old ass dude online talking shit about me and my body, I can't help myself.
Well, yeah, because they always go for your body. Like, they always go for, like, a physical... And they'll always be like, you're ugly, you're fat, you have no future and no potential. And it'll be like some fat dude named fucking Chad who's 50 years old on his couch with his beer gut out.
As fuck,
like drooling on himself.
I know you ain't talking, Chad.
I know that you're not talking to me like that. Because look at you.
For real.
What's old school say? Check your privilege. Check your privilege. He be coming up with some witty shit sometimes.
Yeah, he does. I had to stop letting him try to edit my jokes, because I was like, bro, you're making them more cancelable. Like, the goal is to make it funny and punch this way, not down.
You gotta punch right above the line and not below it.
Oh, God. Actually, I'm not even gonna ask it. I was gonna ask a question about a joke, but the first episode ain't the
They
time.
gotta wait until your debut on the tone.
Yes, we have to go to. We should go to open mic night sometime before this week. There's one Wednesday and one Friday in St. Louis, and I think I'm ready. It's been a long time coming, Tony. I'm coming for you.
Is it the Funny Bone?
Yeah.
They have a Funny Bone out here, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
It's going down. I'm going down to Clown and meet some comedians.
Hopefully better than some of the Austin locals.
Yeah, Austin is crazy because it's like, it's kind of like Vegas, but for comedians. Like, people go there, lose everything, and live in their cars to be a comedian. And a lot of them aren't that funny. Like, it's really fucking sad.
Yeah, and I don't have the heart to tell them that either.
And there were so many people trying to tell me I wasn't that funny.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that's crazy because I know I'm funny. Like,
but you're also, like, very situationally funny as well.
Yeah.
And they're not at all.
No, they couldn't even read the fucking room that we wanted them to leave us alone.
Yeah. But they're also men. And I feel like no men know how to read that.
Yeah, like that Ben dude. Oh.
Yeah. What did he say exactly?
Okay, so this man we were cool. We met in Austin. He was whatever.
Because we've been down there 2 different times. So we met him the first time, and then we ran into him the second time.
Yeah, so we were like, hey, just chilling with him. And then he was like, will you shout my page out? And it's a stripper page. Like, why do you want me to shout your comedy page out on my stripper account? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And so I didn't.
Well, it's because you have, like, what? Like
20,000 followers.
Yeah.
But
and he's got 17.
It was still, like, weird. And then he messages me, and he's like, you're not real like I thought you were. A bunch of dumbass stuff, and I didn't know what to say. I sent it to Crypto, and we both just blocked him because it was so pathetic. Like,
it was rude as fuck.
Yeah, and I only have 20. I would not be messaging anyone with 20,000 followers. Like, will you shout me out?
Yeah, and then he was also taking pictures of us while we were just, like, drunk, vibing, doing our own thing, posted them on Instagram, and didn't tag either of us, and made us out to look like we're,
Fans.
like, little fangirl groupies for him and his
They asked for the
comedy
fucking
gig.
pictures, too. I want to make that clear. If anyone sees those pictures, because
Yeah.
I've seen them on Reddit.
What? They post them on Reddit?
I'll show you.
Oh, no.
They asked for those pictures. It was not us. We are not fangirls. Yeah, that's crazy.
Because we're strippers.
Said,
so
can we get a picture?
We'd be out taking pictures with our asses out and, like, having fun, especially when we're drunk. And then they're like, hey, dude, will you hold this phone and take a picture of us? Like, I'm trying to get in with these ladies. Like, I want a photo. And we're like, okay, sure. And then we wake up the next morning and they're on fucking Instagram, which is crazy. And didn't tag us either. Like, how are you going to ask for a shout out but not tag us in the photos? Like, I really don't give a fuck.
Tagging us would have done you good.
It was just
more people would see it.
Yeah. It was just the funny little factor of that.
Men have nerve.
They have all the audacity.
Even the ugly ones.
Especially the ugly ones.
That was too good. We didn't plan that out.
We did not. That's just... God, it's always the ugly ones. I mean, don't get me wrong. The beautiful ones, the gorgeous ones, they also have all the audacity. I think it's funny when there's, like, a super gorgeous man in the strip club and he'll come to ask you for a dance and he'll be like, just so you know, I can get pussy outside of the club. He's like, I'm just here to have a good time. And I'm like, okay, is that all? And he's like, yeah, I just don't need to think, like, I'm desperate or anything. Like, I could totally, like, hit you up and, like, get you out of here. Like, if we weren't at the club, like, if I ran into you at a bar. He's like, I'd swoon you. And I'm like, okay, do you want the dance already or what? I just think it's funny that they find the need to, like, preface with that.
No, 100%. Or when I had that Hinge dude over and he was like,
oh my god.
I didn't want to sleep with him because it was the first time of us meeting And he goes, well, because I was like, you probably think I'm going to sleep with you, and I'm not. And he was like, I just hate that horrible men, have made it to where men like me can't sleep with you on the first date. Word per word. And I'm just like, oh, like you are icking me the fuck out. You need to get out of my house. Like,
what even, like, why did he find the need to say something like that?
dude, and then he said he's like, well, now I'm gonna go home with blue balls.
And this is like what, a 24-year-old man?
Yes, I was like, I know you lying.
That's like some shit I was told when I was like 15, 16. Like, if you don't fuck me, like, I'm gonna get blue balls and it's gonna hurt.
Little biatch shit, for real.
And I'm like, okay.
Like, I wish he could have seen the respect I have for him leaving my body, because it left so quick. Like, and he was hot. So I was very confused on why he was such a
prick.
Weird motherfucker, yeah.
Yeah. Because, was it the same guy that was talking about, I watch your lives and I think you're so pretty?
Yes, bro. Yes. Because our IG lives, they get a little spicy or whatever.
They do.
But I would never acknowledge that. Like, if I'm around someone who's, like, more famous than me, I'm not going to be like, I watch all your videos.
I'm not going to fangirl.
Like, you sound like a fucking creep.
Mm-mm.
You're being a fangirl to a woman.
It's embarrassing.
Very embarrassing. Because, like, not that I don't respect the people that watch my lives or sub to my OnlyFans, but it's a different relationship, and I would personally not want to have a relationship with someone who pays a bunch of girls money all the time to watch them do shit. Like,
yeah.
I don't.
Well, I saw a video the other day that touched on that a little bit. This girl was like, I have such a crush on this guy that, like, posts online, like, he's super hot, like, he does OnlyFans. But if I actually had access to that and, like, he wanted to date me or wanted to fuck me, I wouldn't, because I wouldn't want that in my life. I don't have respect for him because he does that kind of shit online, and I know that his DM is filled with, like, a bunch of girls. So it's like that thing, it's like that is just supposed to stay, like, online. Like, that fantasy is just strictly, like, an online thing. So I thought that was an interesting point of view.
I don't know if my, like, OnlyFans, I don't have an OnlyFans crush right now because I don't keep up with the men. But if I did, and he was like, hey, let's make content together.
Well, content's one thing, but if he's like, oh, like.
But I take it personal, bro, because I don't have sex with guys I don't like. Like, all my OF videos are with guys that, like, I really liked them at that time of us doing the video. So it's like, I'd catch feelings for him. I'd be like, I love you. In the middle of the content, he'd be like, cunt, what the fuck, bitch? Like, I'm sorry, I'm new to this, like, fucking for content.
And not for, like, I like you.
Yeah, because, like, guys, they're always down. They're like, let's make an OF video. And I like them, so I'm like, shit, let's do it.
I never get that. It's always the heinous motherfuckers that, like, message me. They're like, if you ever want someone to make content with, like, let me know. It's like, dude, you don't even have an OnlyFans. You don't make content, and you have, like, 230 Instagram followers and a baby. I don't want to make OnlyFans content with you.
My requirement for if you want to make OnlyFans content with me, gotta be at least fit. I want a fit man. Tall. I like brown hair or black. Tall. Have a nice dick. Like, you know, it doesn't have to be ginormous, but it can't be a shrimp. It's got to be in the middle.
No shrimpies over here.
Yeah. And have a decent face, because if I have to look at you, it does matter to me. Like, I cannot go.
See, that's where I couldn't go in porn. Because I see these girls fucking these dudes, and I'm like, I couldn't. They'd be ugly as fuck. Unless you're paying me, like, a bag, I don't think I could. Like, if I'm not attracted to you, I don't want to fuck you. For the money or otherwise.
No, 100%. Do you think you'd be offended if you had, like, a amazing night with a man, you guys have sex, and he just tosses you 10,000 after and leaves.
Like he thought I was a whore?
No, he knows you weren't a prostitute. He just did it and left.
If he knows I'm not a prostitute, probably not. But if the whole time he thought I was a prostitute, I'd probably be a little like embarrassed, yeah.
Oh, I'd be like, I'm keeping this,
But just so you
don't
know,
ever hit me up again.
Fuck you, yeah.
And you should give me 10,000 more for my how you offended me.
You look like a Christmas tree, Joanna.
We went Christmas light driving.
Oh, did you go to a stadium?
Well, I don't know where we went. We went to neighborhoods that like their lights connected to the station.
Oh, that's cool.
Eventually, I'm gonna hire my sister to be my assistant, you guys. So make sure my OnlyFans and all this blows up because she needs a job when she's done with college.
Yeah.
She'll be our assistant. Just our little bitch.
She can do our hair and our makeup.
Drive us around. Everything we need, she takes care of. Books our appointments.
Tell her to go to college for taxes, so.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, bro.
So she can be our bookkeeper.
For all of you who want to be dancers, take into consideration taxes are a real thing.
Taxes, dude, if you're going to be a dancer, you need to be on top of your taxes the moment you clock into that club. Because the past 3 years I've fucked up and I haven't saved any money. Zero money for my taxes, and I always forget about it. Like, I'll save money for other shit and not my taxes, and then I'll get a tax extension and be like, okay, I got 6 months to save money. Hell yeah. Summer hits, I'm balling out, going on vacation, having fun, get back, and I'm like, oh.
In the IRS hole.
In the IRS fucking hole. The IRS actually knocked on my door today with a letter and was like, bitch, if you don't pay this very minuscule amount that you forgot to pay last week, right now we're gonna take all your assets. And I'm like,
good thing we don't own nothing.
Yeah, assets where? What assets? They're gonna break in and
but
take
if
my
you
dog.
want to own assets, you better be doing your fucking taxes.
Yeah.
Especially if you do OnlyFans, because that shit is, you can't even hide that.
No, you can't. Like, there's no way of like fibbing with that at all. Because with dancer taxes, you have write-offs. So, like, if I were to get my nails done, that's a write-off. Hair done, that's a write-off. My gas, like, if you have a pole in your house, you can write off a portion of your rent. Like, when you buy a vehicle, there's just so many things you can kind of get away with fibbing, because even on your receipts and your bank statements, nothing says, like, this is specifically what it is. I mean, some does. So you just take that and you highlight and you throw it in your receipt bucket. And you can get away with a lot. But that's for educational purposes only. I'm not saying that I do that, but in theory,
I did my taxes for 2 years.
In theory, you could.
And I was hella behind. Yeah. And I'm caught up now. And once I do this year, though, I know it's going to take me a while to pay back. Because last year, I got lucky because OnlyFans had gotten sued or whatever. And I got a check and it paid my whole taxes.
Yeah.
But this year, I need to be more careful. And, like, for those of you who think you want to dance, apparently it's going to get better. But, like, over the last 3 years, there's definitely been a decline. I don't know about everywhere else, but the Midwest has not been too great. And we danced in Texas as well, and it was not popping.
No, and I feel like, obviously, COVID had a lot to do with it, but I also think that election year had quite a bit to do with it. COVID, I feel like, didn't have as big of an impact as the election year did, because those 2.5 years after COVID, I was making fucking bank. And I know that was also, like, with stimulus and stuff, but this last year, shit. And I'm not saying it's the election based off my own opinion, because, to be honest, I'm not really tapped into politics like that. But every girl that I've talked to in the club is like, it's the election. Every election year sucks so bad.
It did, boy.
It was a bad year. Even our commanding manager, like our GM, like right below the owners, is like, this is the worst fiscal year we have seen in an entire decade. So, you know it's bad when he breaks out those big words.
Yeah, so keep your job, try it out, see how you do.
Keep your day job.
It's definitely not for everybody.
Oh no, you know how many girls I've seen walk in that building, work a month, and then I'll never see them again?
Yeah, between like drugs, getting assaulted, like there's so much that you don't see on the internet about the dancing, and like you might see a TikTok where it's like, "Oh, I just made 5K in a day." But like a lot of those dancers, like they're posting their good day, cuz there are days that you go in and you don't make shit, or you go in and something horrible freaking happens, and like
you dip out of your own pocket to leave early because you just don't want to be there anymore. Sometimes you're going to leave in the negative, and sometimes you're going to sell a $64,000 Vegas top dollar champagne room and never have to go back for 2 months. It really depends. And that, by the way, does not happen. We have Paris, and we've only sold it, or sorry, it's not Paris anymore, it's Vegas, which is a $64,000 to $65,000 champagne room, and we've only sold that 3 times. For the what? When did they renovate those rooms? Like a year ago?
mm-hmm.
So in maybe a year and a half, we've only sold that huge room 3 times.
Yeah, you have to really work. I feel like another thing people like to lie about is like the hustle. You're not just going in there and being handed cash. Like no one likes someone who's just, what's the word I'm looking for? Like bitchy all the time. Like you have to go in and sell yourself. Now, when they say sell a fantasy, I don't believe in you have to be like, "Oh, hey baby, what brings you in here?" I don't do that shit. But when you have to be a good time. Like those people are coming in to have a party.
They're coming in to get away from the outside world. They're coming in to stress release, talk about stuff. They're there to get drunk, look at beautiful naked women, and escape from the outside world. And to be there, you need to be a party girl. And I think that's the thing that was most hard for me to kind of acclimate to, is because I'm a very big introvert. And when you work at the strip club, you are an extrovert all the time. And if you flip yourself out of that party girl mood, it's hard to get back in it. Very, very hard. And that was a hard lesson for me to learn, because you don't just walk in there and people hand you money. I mean, every once in a while that will happen, yes, but
100%.
before you are a dancer, before you are a stripper, you are a saleswoman. And when I first started dancing, I thought that, because I ordered a pole and bought pleasers before I knew how to really make money, because I thought that's how you made money from all the movies. Like, oh, they'll make it rain on your stage if you know how to do all these fancy pole tricks.
You don't give a fuck.
No. There's girls that get up there, sit down, throw their ass a little bit, rub their clit, and then get off and go sell a $3,000 champagne room, because her mouthpiece is better than her pole work. And your pole work and your stage flow will never get you anywhere unless you are down there in your face talking to those customers, trying to convince them on the stage that you are enough to sell yourself to get back there to make more money. It's not about being on the stage, it's about selling. And that's something that a lot of people don't realize. A lot of people also don't realize that you don't make a check from the club. You know how many guys approach me and like I'll politely ask for like a tip for my time, and they'll be like, "Well, why should I tip you? Aren't you getting paid hourly? Are you getting paid by the club?
Oh my god, I hate that
Like,
shit.
are you stupid?" Like, I guess that's not really something that would be implied, that we don't get paid, but no, we don't. And I feel like a lot of them don't realize that.
Yeah, some of y'all be having us fucked up. Don't come into the club if you have no intention on spending money. And I don't even mean by a dance. You could throw like ones. And if you're going to throw ones, throw 5 at a time. Like, don't be stingy, because we just go in the back and talk shit about you.
Yeah. I feel like as long as per person that's at the stage, if you are tipping like at least minimum wage for one song. Minimum wage, what right now is like $8.25. You put $8 on the stage when you're up there to see a beautiful, fully naked woman. That's fine, because dances aren't for everyone. They're very, very very personal. That is a very personal and erotic experience.
This girl is showing you her vagine.
Yeah. I'm grinding on top of you. And the only thing protecting from us bumping uglies are your pants.
And you should tip the dancers. Tip everybody.
Tip everybody. Tip your bartenders. Tip the fucking DJ. But most importantly, tip your bartenders and tip your dancers. Not only tip them on stage, tip them when they get off stage. Tip them for their time. Tip them for their dances. Like, don't take them for granted. You know, because that's what we're here for. You wouldn't, like, say you're a car salesman and someone comes in to, you know, talk about this car and test drive this car and even fill out the paperwork for this car, and then at the end of the day be like, well, actually, you know what? I just came in here to look around. I'm not actually interested in buying a car. And they leave. You know how frustrated you're going to be? You're going to be very pissed. That's how we feel. That's how we feel when people come into our club and say that they're not interested in spending any money and that they're just there to relax and chill and enjoy their evening. It's like, there's a bar down the street. Go there.
Yeah, go to the bar.
And it's okay to come in and just hang out with the bartenders. But if a dancer comes up to you and you don't say that I'm just here to relax, get a drink, and go home, just let us know that, so we don't waste our time. Because I think having my time wasted is the thing that drains my energy and aggravates me the most.
100%. I don't want to sit with you if you're not giving me money. There's one customer, he knows who he is.
Yeah.
If he's listening to this, I'll sit with. But I expect money from him. He just sometimes doesn't give it to me.
Yeah.
It's a roulette with him.
It really is. I mean, at least he'll buy us drinks no matter what.
Oh, God, 100%.
Still, drinks is not money.
We call him the Bosnian baller.
The Bosnian baller.
Because he buys a room most nights.
Yeah, he does.
Not with me. But, you know, it happens.
But I feel like that's kind of like his fucked up game with you, is because he'll, like, text you and, like, want to come hang out with you and want you to spend attention with him, but then he'll, like, I did a room with so-and-so, and I just spent this much money on so-and-so, and I'm back talking to my ex. Yeah, and it's like, that's his, like, that gets him off. And I feel like he's really into that.
It's okay. His schlong ain't
schlonging
to be crazy about, so that's why he's in there probably.
Yeah.
No offense, Bosnian baller, if you're listening to this.
I feel like he would.
He definitely is going to listen to this, but I don't... What are we at? We're at 57 minutes. He's not going to make it to 57 minutes, hopefully. No.
But I feel like we're going to edit some of this out, so it'll be a shorter length, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our little inside the club tangent.
That was the spiel.
Yeah.
Do you think that was good for a first episode?
I feel like that was good. I feel like we probably need to bring it down to an end.
God.
Yeah.
We want to know what you guys thought about our first episode too.
Leave comments.
Leave feedback. Don't be fucking rude.
Yeah.
Or I'll be in your comments.
She's gonna come for you.
But yeah, I hope you guys have fun. The next couple episodes are gonna be more organized.
Hopefully.
I'm a lot less, like, I feel like shooting that one that you guys are never gonna see helped because I was a lot less nervous this time.
I feel like you smoked
we were already doing
less weed this time.
Oh, yeah, I smoked way too much the first episode. I was kind of just, like, staring at Crypto talking. Like, I was, like, drawing blanks. Like, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, having major brain farts.
Now I'm just off the muscle relaxers. Prescribed muscle relaxers, y'all. Don't come at me in the comments.
Yeah, no, we're very medicated because we use our back and our knees. My knees are personally very fucked up. Back and our knees and our necks and everything is all fucked up from years of being upside down from this 304 work.
Well, all right, you guys. That was our first episode of
On the Pole, Off the Record.
I'm Lana Diaz.
I'm Crypto Bunny.
And we'll see you next.